Hey guys, Xoranath here, coming at you with another how-to gear and specialized video. Today we're going to take a look at the free-to-play LD5 that you get from completing the missions. This is the Dark War Nurse. This is a very strong unit, actually. I think it fits well into a lot of control teams. Definitely recommend you guys build this if you haven't. Let's take a look at the abilities here just to quickly orient ourselves. So S1 is just a single target and it heals the ally with the lowest HP. Pretty basic. S2, another single target attack. It's going to put Oblivion and defense down. And if you guys don't know, Oblivion's going to prevent passives from functioning, is what that does. And then also, it has this great effect of pushing back their attack bar 35%. So, you know, adding into the control aspect. And then S3 is where this thing really shines, where it's this huge paragraph of things. Let's just go through this step by step. So it's going to shoot 6 missiles, and it's going to individually, so single target, attack across the enemies. And then for each of those missiles, it's going to push their attack bar back by 50%. And then if they already have a debuff, so if they're already defense broken or stunned or whatever, then it's going to increase the enemy's cooldown by 1. And then it's going to decrease cooldown on somebody on your team. And the other thing that's neat about this is it also deals damage proportional to enemy's max HP. So if you hit somebody with a lot of max HP, it's going to do extra damage. Not really a huge damage dealer, so you know, that's just kind of icing on the cake here, just for some extra damage. And then we do have an HP lead, which I think in most cases I do love HP leads, but I think this is maybe not a great unit for an HP lead, because it's kind of a turn 1 team unit, and then they gave it a turn 2 leader skill, but that's okay. For stats, this is a control unit, and that's how I'm going to recommend you guys build this. Number 1 stat to focus on is accuracy. I'd say aim for a minimum 100 accuracy. Give it as much as you can. You know, this one here is 140 is what I have for this example. Just whatever you can spare there is what you want to do. Next stat to focus on is going to be speed. You want this to be a fast unit we are trying to control. For the other stats, it's all about survivability on this thing. So HP, defense, and resistance, you're going to give it what you can just to survive. I'd say HP, aim for minimum 10,000, 20,000 if you can hit it would be great. You know, defense, minimum 500, and then push towards 1,000. Attack, probably don't need to focus on. Crit rate, I actually think lower crit rate's better on this thing, especially if you're gonna be fighting like light bears or things like that. Then you have a chance to kill. Yeah, same thing. Crit damage, I don't recommend building it into crit damage. For stats, I'm running speed, accuracy, and HP here, which is what I would recommend you guys run as well. I use this as a turn 1 team unit, so definitely want to run speed here. And we're trying to get as much accuracy on this thing, so you know, definitely want the accuracy here. So I don't really recommend doing a different something different for these ones. This one you could do defense. HP or defense will work out here just fine. I'll click through the other gears that I have here if you guys want to see what's going on. For the set, I am running a bash and focus on this one here. So you know, getting the extra chance to stun with all of your abilities is nice. And then just trying to pump as much accuracy, so just going for raw stats with focus. For other sets, if you guys want, I definitely think Bash is good. You could do Swift. I think that's another opportunity for a 4 set. For 2 sets, you could do Revenge, especially if you're running Bash. That way you can get some extra stun. Focus is good. You could throw a will set on here if you're worried about being outsped. You could try that. A lot of these other ones probably not going to be ideal for you guys, unless they're just like really good stats on them. You know, you could throw like a life set or something on there. But I think Really, you know, Bash, Swift, Revenge, Focus, maybe Zeal in there are probably what I'm going to recommend you guys run. Let's go take a look at the specialization tree. So I will talk about Disruptor. It has two different trees here, which I think there's... You could do Disruptor, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm recommending Disabler on this one. One thing to go into this one that I think is kind of weird, and I don't know if Full Stack Hero has addressed this or not, but this is a unit that I don't think there's any in-game way to increase the stack level of this, so you're stuck with 30 points on this. You can't get to 35 right now, as far as I know, since you can't get another Dark Nurse. But for first row, trying to pump as much accuracy as we can in this thing, giving it an aim. Second row, we decrease action bar with our S2 and our S3, so getting some extra accuracy on that is great. Works with our skill set great. This one here, just a situational one to get more accuracy. We're already pushing attack bar back. If we can get some extra accuracy for those that, you know, already have some attack bar pushback, great. And then this one, this is, I think, a flex space, because I don't think there's really a great option here for just to push us down the tree, really. So we're pushing back attack bar, just getting some extra damage. So just think about this one as we're just trying to get through the tree. Feedback, I think this is a great one on the nurse. So if something gets resisted, we're going to get extra effect accuracy. Rhythm, I think, is great, especially if you're running like Bash or with other control units on your team. Then once a unit gets stunned, you're going to get faster. So, you know, just increasing the control. And then I think Exhaust is great on this, because it's going to decrease more attack bar. And, you know, our S2 and our S3 decrease attack bar. I did mention that I think you can run Disruptor on this. If I was running Disruptor, what I would do is I'd run Aim for accuracy, base HP, I'd do 5 into here, so we're up to 10. I would take Entangle, because we're going to be putting a lot of debuffs down, take less damage from them, so there's 15. We do single target damage, so the next one I would take would be Lock On. I would skip this row here, because we don't do dots, we don't remove buffs, and don't really care about any of the things here from Harvest, and kind of care about accuracy but I mean, we do care about accuracy, but I don't think Harvest is all that great for her. But where the Disruptor tree, I think, has an advantage is if you can get to Cunning, you can have at least, you know, was it like 10% effect resistance if you get all the points into it, and then get down to Schemer and Ignore resistance. So if you're really focused on, like, you need to hit your debuffs, Disruptor could be an option for you guys, especially like if you just care about like landing your Oblivion onto a Light Bearer or something. This Disruptor tree could be usable. I think Disabler is more fun. So that's, you know, that's my recommendation to you guys, but that's what you could do if you want to run Disruptor. I think it's fine. And just to show you guys how I like to use the Dark Nurse, we're going to hop into a airship rematch here. So if we take a look at this lineup, right, so they have kind of a passive heavy team. So they have the Sorcerer, which passive is going to, you know, prevent a death. And then they have the Archon, which is going to steal HP from your team when its health is low, and then also kind of transfer HP around whenever you know, another unit on their team dies. So trying to protect their Dark Specialist, and the Dark Specialist is doing the damage. They have an attack lead, so they're probably not going to be particularly fast, and they don't have a way to cleanse. So all of that leads me to want to go in with a fast control team, just to take advantage of all of those things. And the Dark Nurse is great for this because we have 2 units with annoying passives. We can do Oblivion and get rid of those. So yeah, let's just take a look at this replay here, just so you guys can see how this works. And I know there's an LD5 in here. Don't worry about that. We could talk about replacements here and things like that for after this. But I just want you guys to get a sense of how I like to use the Dark Nurse. So starting out with our strip, getting the stun on everybody, and then right there. So that was the missile attack. And you can see there's a bunch of things happening on your screen. Not all that helpful to see in real time because this is like, words. But basically, we had a whole bunch of debuffs on the enemy from our red specialist. And if you remember, we're going to basically go around, push back attack bar. And because they already have debuffs, it's going to increase cooldown. So you can see all of these units had their attack bar decreased, and then cooldown for some of their abilities was increased, and then there was even a bash stun in the mix here. Okay, so that's what's going on the enemy side, and then on our side, right, we have the decreased cooldown for our allies, right? So you can see that that's procking quite a few times. So I know a lot's happening on the screen here, but that's kind of what was happening. And, you know, strategy here is then get your Oblivion onto, you know, the units with the annoying passives. So now we don't have to worry about the Archon passive. Just putting some more debuffs. And, you know, what we're going to try to do here whenever we get another turn is get our other Oblivion onto the Sorcerer here. So there's the second Oblivion, and of course we have defense breaks on everybody, and then just trying to keep the attack bar pushed back. And especially keeping the attack bar pushed back on the threat on the enemy team. So the specialist here is the threat that can probably kill something, but if we don't let it move, it doesn't really matter. And there was 1 life off of the Archon, and again, you can see we're doing a lot of decreased attack bar pushback, increased cooldown, and then decreasing cooldown on our team. Just throwing out some more debuffs there. Yeah, and Oblivion was gone, so we wanted to reapply it. We were able to take out the Sorcerer there. And I know a lot of you guys don't have a Light Maid to throw into a comp, but there's a lot of units that work well with the Dark Nurse. Things like the Dark Pumpkin for boosting and then also getting increased effect accuracy work well. Units that also do attack bar pushback, so things like the Water Sorcerer or the Water Man-at-Arms work well. Same thing with the Green Sphere. Things like that are units that you guys could consider using with this. If you're really on a budget and trying to get some free-to-play action in there, about 5 stars, things like the Fire Pirate Captain, things like the Green Annihilator, or even like Light Gyro. Those are all units that could work well with the Dark Nurse. So there you guys go. Hopefully that helps demystify how to use the Dark Nurse and kind of what it does. It is a very strong unit, and you know, it's a free unit too, so take advantage of that, build this thing up. Yeah, and with that, guys, you know, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe if you guys haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.